Welcome to the Emotional Exchanges. This is a short reading for each sign of the zodiac. The top card is the vibe or energy for you this week. The bottom card is will you get lucky in romance or love. This is for each sign of the zodiac. TFT Tarot for today. This is the reading for Aries. What is the vibe or energy for Aries? And it's the Five of Wands. So there's a sense of conflict or something, maybe going on in emotional matters right now. Uh, Maybe somebody has disputes with somebody in a relationship. That must be you, perhaps. So there are changes going on there. Five is an energy change card. Will you be lucky? And it's the King of Cups, upright, which suggests, yes, it will come naturally. All right. Moving on to Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. What is that vibe for the week? It's the Queen of Wands reversed. Maybe Taurus isn't feeling like they're especially charismatic right now. You might be having self-esteem issues of some sort. Maybe you want to work out more at the gym, but you don't know how to get started and you feel you need help or something like that. But will you be lucky? From the bottom of the deck, that's the Nine of Swords, and swords means no. So compounding that fact is the possibility that there's some sort of anxiety and feeling like you're not measuring up in certain ways. You're beating yourself up, of course, all for the sake of maybe, having somebody like you more. Okay, moving on to Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So the vibe coming towards you is kind of interesting. It's the reversed Five of Wands. We had that for Aries in the beginning. But for Gemini, the reversed Five of Wands may be seeing that you're trying to find a way to compromise or to cooperate or to find where the boundary issues are in a relationship or in general in relationships for you anywhere. Will you be lucky? Good luck. It's the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So this tends to think that maybe there's going to be some flaws going on there, and that maybe right now is not the time you'll be lucky, that it would probably have an unexpected drawback, if nothing else. Okay, we'll move on to Cancer now. Sun, Moon, or Rising. The energy or vibe of the week is the reversed Knight of Swords. And so it almost feels like you're trying too hard, you're rushing too fast. Uh, you are having a tendency to maybe create more of a problem, a diversion of some sort, or becoming overly aggressive. Will you be lucky? It will come naturally, but it's the reversed Page of Cups. And the suggestion is that it's kind of coming from a blind spot for you, that if something lucky happens, it's because not only were you not expecting it, but maybe it just wasn't something that could exist for you. So it almost sounds like a one night stand, or like, somebody coming back into your life that you didn't think it was possible. I don't know, that's kind of weird. Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. The vibe for the week. It's the reversed Five of Pentacles. So believe it or not, this isn't totally horrible. This may feel like a time of feeling isolated is coming to an end, especially if this is about more casual relationships, friendships. So maybe this is like there was bad gossip about you and now people understand what the truth is. I mean, it could be something like that. It could also be that you just weren't accepted easily into a certain situation, but now that may be changing. Will you be lucky? It's Pentacles, so it will come with a price. It is the upright Page of Pentacles, and I think it's just saying you're going to have to really be studious about this in some way. You're going to have to follow certain clues or procedures that you'll be given, and then you might find that you're moving along into another realm of accessibility. All right, so that was Leo. So we're on to Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And that vibe for the week is the Ten of Wands upright. And so the vibe for the week says you're really busy. You really need more hands, or you need more time. We see the clock piece in the background, and the person looks like they really are responsible for a lot of things and they're trying to make it work. And that's you maybe this week, Virgo, that is, you just sort of feel like you're going to do it, but it's really stressing you out. But will you be lucky? And some major arcana, so that's a good luck. And indeed, because it's the Tower reversed. So it may not be very likely, and it could be because you're not remembering or realizing what it is about the situation that maybe you should have the first time around. So probably not is my good guess here, Virgo. I'm sorry. All right, we are on to Libra. Sun, Moon, or Rising. The vibe for the week, Libra. It's the Emperor. It's upright, and you feel like, wow, I'm really in control here. I got everything under control. I know who to talk to if I need favors or need certain kinds of help. And I just have a sense of control over the playing pieces around me that, will ultimately keep moving me up. Will I be lucky? Will you be lucky, that is? No. It's the upright Page of Swords. And I don't know, he's a kid with a kite that has a Jolly Roger on it, the pirate thing. So you have to learn how to temper actual grace and diplomacy with the possibility of threats or being overly aggressive or coming across as opportunistic in some ways. That was Libra. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Horizon. The vibe for the week. It's the reverse Six of Wands. And you're feeling like maybe there was a victory that you really deserved, but you're not really that special anymore for some reason. You're not able to draw the interest that you thought you were drawing or the admiration from others that you thought you would be in the situation. And of course, it sounds more like maybe the beginning of a relationship than anything else, but will you be lucky? And it's a major arcana, the Chariot reversed. So although it's major arcana, that means good luck, but the Chariot reverse says you still have to work out some of the poles going for and against you in different respects in this matter, and that maybe things aren't really balanced enough either in terms of your approach and your motivation and your way of being assertive enough. So maybe not, is my opinion. Scorpio. All right, move on to Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, or Rising. The vibe for the week. And we're back to this again. It's oh no, we didn't have this time. It's the Five of Swords, Sagittarius. So this is saying really that when you can't figure out certain things in a relationship, you may end up hurting other people who are adjacent or involved in that relationship and maybe don't deserve that. And that there's can be an extreme emotional reaction of some sort when people don't know how to communicate what's going on in the relationship. Will you be lucky, Sagittarius? Once again, we have a major arcana that says good luck. It's Temperance, and in a way, it's kind of connected to that because maybe it's saying, I don't know about the getting lucky part, but maybe it's saying really, if you save your relationship, you're lucky. If you find a way to become more moderate towards each other or to find better ways of treating the other things in the relationship. Move on to Capricorn. The vibe for the week, Capricorn. It's the Seven of Pentacles reversed. And I think this is kind of saying like it's time to bring it home. I think the Seven of Pentacles reversed says Capricorns are feeling they need to move beyond this initial stage of a relationship or the initial stage of something emotionally happy for them. They need to take it to another level. This could also be about what that relationship has the potential to create, too, of course. Will you be lucky? And it's cups, so it will come naturally. It's the reverse Three of Cups, and so that's odd. I'm almost sure I couldn't totally speculate on that. I mean, maybe this will say it'll come naturally, but you may find someone else is not so happy about it if you become lucky. Take that for what it's worth, Capricorn. And we'll move on to Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It figures this does happen. Maybe it's me shuffling, I don't know. It's the same card. It's the Three of Cups reverse. So what's coming to Aquarius this week could be that sense that maybe, somebody had too good of a time at an event. Maybe it was family or friends celebrating happiness of some sort. Summer barbecues or picnics. Somebody got graduated or somebody's getting married. It's usually one of those kind of things, but maybe somebody was out of line a little bit and maybe there's an emotional sore spot going on between you and someone else because of, what happened. Will you be lucky? No. It's swords. Swords means no. It's the Eight of Swords, so it means that you may feel to some degree you're sort of putting yourself out of reach or making yourself inaccessible to others. It may be a way of protecting yourself, but it's also a way, Aquarius, of sort of trying to punish others too. So you'll have to deal with that for the time being. And now we're on Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Emotional vibe for the week. That's the Nine of Swords reversed. So the emotional vibe is maybe you're feeling a lot better about the things that were scaring you and maybe realizing that they potentially weren't as bad as what you thought. That's feeling better. Will you be lucky? And so putting that in the context of a relationship, of course, you may have felt that maybe certain people were pulling themselves out of your lives because of that. but will you be lucky? And once again, Major Arcana, it's the Hierophant. So it says good luck, but I guess the better strategy is trying to pretend everything is okay, hunky dory, but also at the same time maybe affecting the idea that you're on the side of the angels here. You're on the side of good, on the side of tradition or conventionality of some sort. All right, that was my emotional exchanges for the week. So I'm glad you came. And I realized I made a little goofy here with my colors, but I thought I would give them a little bit of a shot here. Anyways, next week or this week, happy hour is still going to be tomorrow at 10 a.m. Come get a happy message from us. And Sunday is Banshee's Material Matters. And we're live in the chat room for that one. And that's at 10 o'clock also. But Sunday morning, these times are all Eastern Standard Time. And then our regular live stream on Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m. And all other social media, we are TFT Tarot for today. Thanks for watching. Bye now.